Looking at the business through the customer's eyes, sometimes the most difficult thing to do because we're so used to just doing what we do. There's an expression that we like to use. It's called the E-gap. And it's the difference between what the guest expected and what they actually experienced in your business. How many E-gaps are we having in the business? I'm going to give you some examples of those in just a moment. But the E-gap really is something that the only thing you can say if you don't hit the guest's expectations is, I'm sorry. One of the things that we like to ask is, how often are we apologizing to our customer? Your front line knows this. Whether it's a receptionist at your front desk or someone that's helping you implement your service systems into the business. Do you know how often? And do we even mean our apologies? Let me give you some examples of what I mean by that. If a guest had an appointment with you at 3 o'clock, they expect that appointment to start at 3 o'clock. If we're starting at 10 after or 20 after, that's an E-gap for them, and they're going to mark that in their mind. Also, what happens if there's a product on back order, or what happens if there is a type of service that they didn't enjoy? You've got a problem. Another thing could be a signature service that they love, like in the beauty industry, it's the shampoo, right? That signature shampoo, just take me away for a moment. But because we're short on time today, we cut back on the quality of that shampoo or the time of that shampoo. They're making mental note of that. That wasn't as good as last time. That's an E-gap. If I'm at a hotel and the last time we were here, they did all of these things. This time, it's not the same. I'm going to make note of that, and I'm going to question if I should still be a patron of that business. If any of this resonates with you, please click the subscribe button so we'll notify you anytime we post a new video. One of my favorite stories about this that illustrates this beautifully is I was getting ready to fly to California with my husband, and we had had some back-to-back busy weeks, and he said, why don't you get a spa service when you get there? I thought, well, you don't have to tell me twice. So I scheduled it, and I said, I'm landing at this time. I'll be able to get to the hotel by this time. And when I came around the corner, I said, hi, and they said, Mrs. Cowan? Yes, we've been expecting you. First of all, that blew me away. And then I had the most beautiful service from that greeting, that wonderful greeting, to the farewell. It was absolutely perfect. I was going to be back in 3 or 4 months, and so I was going to reschedule that day. I came back 3 or 4 months later, and nothing was the same. They went under new management, new leadership. Someone decided that those steps weren't necessary. And I haven't returned again. Does that happen in our businesses? Sometimes during our desire to open a business, we are all in. We are all on. And we have all of these things in place that's going to really wow the customer. And then all of a sudden, we start to negotiate off of those things that we're not as committed to anymore, or maybe we don't think is necessary anymore. Protect what the guest expects from your business. Protect it. And check in with them on a regular basis to make sure we're still doing all the things that they love, or what could we be doing that they could even enjoy more in our business. Ask their opinion, do a survey. But don't allow the guests just to drift off or drift away from your business. It's your responsibility. Number one responsibility is to create a repeat guest.